With Easter around the corner, I'm so excited to kick off this brand new series where I'll be sharing fun and easy watercolor card ideas. Today, I'll show you how to create 5 beautiful Easter cards that are simple, creative, and perfect for gifting. Hi art lovers, I'm Joyce Lita, an artist and art educator, and welcome to my channel Paint with Joy. Whether you're a beginner, experienced artist, or just love painting as a hobby, these cards are easy to follow and super fun to make. You'll find the supply list in the description below, so grab your brushes and let's get started. Our first card, a row of Easter eggs, is really simple and can be done within 10 minutes. I'm starting by placing masking tape horizontally across the center of the card. Then I'm going to paint Easter eggs in various colors. Feel free to use any shades you like. I'm painting directly, but if you find it easier, you can sketch the egg shapes first and then paint over them. I'm using a color gradient from yellow to red, but you can choose any combination. Keep painting egg shapes across the card until you reach the edge. Once the paint is completely dry, I'm going to carefully remove the masking tape. I'm then going to add patterns to the eggs. On the first one, I'm drawing hearts, the next triangles, and on the third one, dots. You can create your own designs or repeat patterns if you prefer. Once I'm done drawing patterns for all the eggs, in the blank space at the center, I'm going to write Happy Easter. You can write any message of your choice. To add a finishing touch, I'm drawing 2 small Easter eggs with a pen. And that's it, our first card is complete. Wasn't it pretty simple? Now let's move on to the next card. This second card, a chick hatching from the shell with eggs around it, is a more detailed version of the previous one with a few additions. I'm starting by drawing a U shape in the center to form the base of a hatched egg. On top of it, I'm adding a zigzag line to create the cracked eggshell. Next, I'm drawing curved lines on both sides to form the chick's wings, followed by 2 more curves on either side to shape its face. To complete the eggshell, I'm adding another zigzag line above the chick's head and a curved line on top of it to give the shell a rounded look. I'm adding a bow on the top of the egg. You can choose to skip this or replace it with a flower or anything you like. Now I'm going to add the facial features. I'm adding small ovals for the eyes with tiny circles inside. For the beak, I'm drawing a simple triangle and adding a small V shape below it to indicate the lower part. To give the chick a cute look, I'm adding 2 small circles for blush on the cheeks. Next, I'm going to add a few more eggs around this main one. You can overlap them in any arrangement you like and can add as many as you like or skip this process altogether. Once the sketch is ready, I'm lightening the pencil marks with a kneadable eraser before painting. You can choose any colors you like to paint the eggs. I'm going to show you 3 different techniques to create depth and shading. You can try all of them or choose whichever one you find easiest. They all give a similar effect. For the first egg, I'm applying watered down purple for the base layer and then dropping in some darker purple on the right side while the paint is still wet. For the second egg, I'm painting the entire egg with a slightly pigmented and less watery mixture of orange and then using a clean damp brush to lift off some paint from the left side. This makes that side appear lighter, creating a nice contrast. For the third egg, I'm adding a less watery mixture of red to half of the egg and then using a clean damp brush to pull the color across, making it gradually fade into a lighter tone. This creates a smooth gradient effect. You can try any of these techniques depending on what you feel comfortable with. Once I'm done painting all the eggs, I'm moving on to the cracked eggshell in the center. I'm using the same techniques I mentioned earlier, but since there's a bow on top, I'm carefully painting around it and also adding shadows below the bow. For the chick, I'm taking some yellow paint and carefully applying it around the eyes and beak before filling in the rest of the body. I'm also adding a little darker yellow on the right side and then using a damp brush to blend it smoothly. Next, I'm going to paint the bow. You can pick any color you like. I'm using a single color and lifting off some paint to create highlights. I'm then deepening the shadow slightly for dimension. For the final details, I'm adding a soft pink blush on the cheeks and an orange shade for the beak. I'll use black paint with a small round brush to define the eyes and add eyelashes. If using a brush feels tricky, you can always use a fine tip pen instead. I'm enhancing the contrast by adding a shadow behind the chick. I'm taking a darker shade and applying it to the egg at the back, creating the effect of the chick's shadow falling onto it. This helps the chick stand out more. Once the entire painting is dry, I'm moving on to adding patterns with a fine tip black pen like we did in the first card. So go ahead and make your own beautiful patterns on the eggs. I'm outlining the chick, bow, and all the eggs. If your outlines don't perfectly match the painted edges, that's okay. It adds an organic feel to the artwork. Once you're happy with how your card has turned out, we can move on to the next card. For this third card, I'm starting by sketching a small Easter egg in the center, and then painting a few flowers in the space around the egg. I will be using two colors to paint the flowers, but you can keep this simple with just one color or use multiple shades too. Once I finish the first layer of flowers, I'm switching to another color and adding more flowers. Then I'm using yellow to paint some small dots in the center of each flower. To bring everything together, I'm using green to paint the delicate stalks and leaves, adding a natural touch. To subtly define the Easter egg without outlining it directly, I'm placing small leaves around it. This helps it stand out without looking too structured. I'm continuing to add leaves around the design until it feels balanced. Finally, in the center of the egg, I'm writing Happy Easter. And that's it, we are done. I hope you love how it turned out. Now let's move on to the next one. For this fourth card, I'm drawing a large Easter egg with the bunny peeking out from behind it. I'm starting with the egg shape, then adding a curve for its face, a cute bow on top, its eyes with a few eyelashes, and a small dot for its nose. Let's begin painting. I'm adding water to the Easter egg and dropping in pink, purple, and a little blue. You can use any colors you like. If you want the Easter egg to be more darker and brighter, simply add more pigment. Once the egg is done, I'm moving on to painting the bunny. First, I'm painting the bow, adding color on one side and blending it out to create a soft gradient. I'm painting the bunny's body with pink, making the inner ears a slightly darker pink. Again, feel free to experiment with different colors. Next, I'll use black paint for the eyes and nose. If painting these small details feels tricky, you can use a fine tip pen instead. I'm also adding a tiny pink blush on the cheeks for extra cuteness. To complete the design, I'm painting delicate twigs and leaves sprouting from behind the bunny's ears and around the egg. I'm starting with green, but I'll also add touches of purple and pink to make it more colorful. You can choose any color palette you prefer. I'm also splattering a little paint for a fun effect. At this point, I feel the bunny needs a little more contrast, so I'm adding a slightly darker shade and blending it out to keep it soft. And that's it. We are done with the fourth card. I hope you had fun painting this. Let's move on to our final card. Our fifth and final card has a few carrots and a bunny hiding behind it. I'm going to start by drawing a rough line. Above this line, I'm drawing three triangular shapes to represent carrots. You can add more if you like. I'm going to make the center carrot extra fun by adding a bunny peeking out. I'm starting by drawing two curved lines on either side of the carrot to represent the bunny's paws holding onto it. Then I'm adding the bunny ears popping out from top, making one ear folded to add to the cuteness. Next, for the carrot tops, I'm starting with a heart shape, but instead of a sharp point at the bottom, I'm extending it into two parallel lines to create the stalk. This gives it a more natural leafy look. Once the sketch is ready, I'm lightly erasing the pencil lines to soften them before painting. I'm using a watery red paint for the carrot and then applying a darker mixture on one side to create depth and interest, as we had done in the first card. Using a damp brush, I'm blending the colors for a smooth transition. I'm repeating the same process for the other two carrots. Since the light source is coming from one side, I'll keep the shading consistent, adding the darker tone to the opposite side. Now I'm painting the inner part of the bunny's ears using a soft pink. For the carrot stalks, I'm painting a light green wash and then dropping in a darker green to add depth and shadows. Once that's done, I'm blending the colors using a clean damp brush. I want to leave the bunny white, so I'm adding some subtle shading to the bunny's paws and ears using a diluted Payne's Grey. This helps create dimension and makes the bunny look more realistic. For the ground, I'm first wetting the area and then dropping in some green and brown randomly. This layering adds interest and prevents the area from looking flat. You can experiment with different shades to make it more visually appealing. To give the carrot some texture, I'm mixing a bit of red and green to create a muted red color and then adding curved strokes on each carrot. For the stalks, I'm deepening the shadow by mixing a little red to the green and applying it to the right edge of each stalk. I'm then softly blending it in for a smooth transition. Now for the background, I'm going to create a soft yellow glow. For that, I'm first wetting the area around the bunny's ears and the carrot. Then I'm dropping in a yellow shade, making it slightly darker near the bunny's ears and paws, since that's a focal point, and gradually fading it outwards for a soft glowing effect. If you prefer a cleaner look, you can skip this step. Since I feel the carrots need a little more depth, I'm glazing over it with a watery red wash, focusing on the right side for a natural shadow. I'm then blending it in to keep the transition soft. And with that, our fifth card is ready. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed painting these Easter cards with me. This is just the first video in my Easter card series, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video, where I'll be sharing 5 more fun designs. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, or if you have any other Easter themed ideas you'd love to see. If you try any of these designs, I'd love to see your work. You can tag me on Instagram at paintwithjoy so I can check out your creations and share them. Thank you so much for watching and happy painting. See you next week.